just a quick update. Yes, I'm a little emotional. I just need, I need to share a spot of magic, especially right now when things are so rough for so many people. Many of you know that I did recently stay at Disney World in Florida, and I did a review about it. And mentioned the things that were frustrating for me, the shower leaking the whole time, the fact that it was $200 a night, which is very steep, especially for my family, and I know for a lot of your families as well. But it was the, dream vacation after what has been a really rough year. A lot of you know, if you've been with us on here or on our main channel, you know that there's been death in the family. There's been almost death. There's been lots of difficult diagnoses and assorted just calamities. I know everyone's been through the ringer this year. But so for us, this trip, just my daughter and I was, it was what was keeping me going for a long time. And we had an amazing time. There was so much magic and so much happiness. But I made the video to let other families of a similar frugal financial background, I made that to let them know what my experience was, and so that they could make choices, for their family with just an honest review with the pros and the cons and whatever, so that people would know what to expect. Well, that was it. That was all I was going to do, was just that video. But I had so many of you get in touch with me, whether in comments or messages, and say, Julie, you need to get in touch with Disney. You need to let them know about your experience. And I didn't want to, because part of it was just like their COVID measures, which is something else entirely, and all of us are dealing with COVID measures, and I didn't want to complain about those. The leaky shower was incredibly difficult. But I felt stupid getting in touch with them to have that as like my biggest complaint, my main complaint. But you guys encouraged me and you told me, and I thought, okay, fine. I'm just, if for nothing else, to let them know so they can fix the shower, because I never let them know when I was there, but at least they can fix the shower, knowing what room it was in. That way some other family isn't putting up with that when they are there and it taking away from some of their magic. And so, okay, fine. I'll let them know. And I wrote just a message and said, this was my experience. I didn't ask for anything. Nothing other than to let them know, please fix that shower, and I even let them know in the message, I know my dramatic self, I'm like, I hate writing this. I bleed Disney. I breathe Disney. I hate writing this, that I was in any way disappointed. But so that, like I said, some other family isn't paying $200 a night and getting a leaky shower. The COVID measures, you kind of got to put up with that. It would be nice to know more of what those, their light housekeeping entails before you get to the park. So maybe they'll make that more transparent. I don't know. Maybe they'll let people know in more detail. This is what you can expect. Compared to what you're used to getting with paying this amount. Here's what you will actually be getting. So it'd be nice if they would let people know that, but mainly to fix the shower. So I did, and they got in touch with me today. The sweetest girl, I think her name was Heather, and she was delightful, and she put up with me being my disastrous self and emotional ball baby self anytime it has to do with, you guys know this, okay? Just hate on me if you want. I don't care. If it has to do with Disney, which is my heart, which is what keeps me going in this very broken body, that this circus that I live in, which keeps me going through my children's problems and family illnesses and all this stuff. She was so generous and patient with me, and it meant the world to me. And they did offer a very generous, not no full refund. Okay, don't be getting silly, but they did offer some compensation, which meant, damn it, here we go. it was validating. It restored the magic. I felt like I was heard and valued. And it was a bright spot. It was a bright spot in a very difficult year. Disney is not perfect, okay? They are a company. They are for profit, very much for profit. You guys know this. I always say, if you're trying to find a good deal, if it's Disney, you have to look through a completely different lens as far as what is a good deal and what is not. I've said that forever. It's a huge part of why I do what I do, living this incredibly frugal life and dumpster diving even. If you watch my main channel, you know that's what I do. It's so that I can embrace this passion of mine and share this with my family and keep myself in a good place through the magic to be a better mom and wife. I know this has been a really hard year for everybody. But there is still hope, and there is still magic, and there is still goodness. And this was, to some people, just a little tiny thing, but to me, it meant a lot. But what I want to say is thank you to those who got in touch with me and said and encouraged me to say something, to just let them know my experience, because it drives home a point that I think is vital, not just this year, but all the time. When it comes to your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, all of those kinds of things, there are people that can and will help you. There are solutions, but if nobody knows the problem, if no one knows what is wrong, if you never speak up or speak out, or speak your feelings and share your experiences, people can't read your mind. They don't know. We don't know what solutions might be ready and waiting for us unless we speak up and let people know that there's a problem that we need help with. And by us speaking up and speaking out, we can potentially help somebody else. In my case, it's something so frivolous and silly as a leaky shower. It's just a leaky shower. But for another family that pays for that room, that might make a world of difference for them. I know it would. I know it's great not having a leaky shower. So for them to not have that leaky shower in their room will be wonderful. And that's a silly example, but that's my example. There's a million other things. If you don't speak up, if you don't say, I need help, or I have a problem, or here is an issue that I need addressed, then nobody knows, and no one can help you, and no one can fix it or make it right or bring back the magic. You know what I'm talking about, you guys. This is a time of serious mental health issues around the world. I've been looking at the stats. I've been looking at the numbers on the news and everything, and it's devastating. It is devastating. You don't need to be alone. Maybe physically you do right now. It's COVID, but you don't have to deal with it alone. You're not alone. We're all in this ridiculous sinking circus boat together. And I can't fix things for you. I can't. I wish I could. I wish I had a hotline you could call and have some delightful, magical cast member help make things right and more magical for you, but I can't and I don't. But I can be here for you from far, far away. I can be here right here. It's what I have, and it's what I'm happy to give. And hopefully for at least someone that means something. Anyway, have a magical, wonderful day. Thank you for listening to my little emotional spiel. Phone ringing. My daughter went and got it. I love you. You are loved. You are worth the time and the effort to make things better and to live a beautiful life. You matter. Even if it's just to this wham loony lady on YouTube. You matter to me. Thank you for being part of my life, and I will see you guys soon with a much more, I don't know, happy, magical. I don't know, this is pretty happy and pretty magical, but a much lighter note video real soon. Okay, take care.